Hello everyone, my name is Hector Mendoza. Here's a email address if you ever want me to explain in greater detail about the videos that I post in YouTube. Uh, so what I'm going to talk about today is creating an estimate in Symbility using the search and replace tool in Symbility, reviewing the estimate for your final steps. Now, this video, you know, it'll be in I don't know how many parts it's going to be at this point because there's a lot to talk about, and I want you to understand how to do this because you can create estimates real fast. What we're going to do is we're going to create a large loss, and in the process, I'm going to show you how to use the search and replace tool, the find and replace using the search and replace tool, how to add items using the search and find tool, searching your database, using your search by database tool, your browse tool, your favorite tool, the batches tool, the assemblies, and the cart tool. So by now, you should already know a little bit about Symbility. Now, all of this are videos that I have. The ones that you're seeing on the screen are mainly Xactimate, but when you get to the end, now this explains about Symbility from the beginning all the way till the end. And 99% of all the tools used in Symbility, they're right here. Okay, so now we're down to the last part of it. It's writing the estimate. So here we go. Let's get started. Let me get. I'm going to try to make this a 20-minute video, so that's why I said it might be broken down into a few parts. Okay, there goes the timer. Here we go. Okay, so if you've been following my videos, we've already drew this whole house. Okay. And in addition to drawing the house, I've gone in, created the roof. Okay. I've, drew the exterior. Created a little shed. Right here. Okay. Then, created the roof of the shed and did the shed exterior. But to save time, I'm not going to view them because we're going to view them as we go. Okay, let's start with the roof. Okay, so remember, we're going to use a lot of different tools, and so let's do a real big estimate. So let's pretend that there was a flood that came through. No, let's pretend there's a hurricane. Okay, now we're going to put in maybe, let's say, 80% of what you would put in an estimate if there was a large loss like that. Let's say that a hurricane came, it threw some, let's say hail destroyed a lot of, I don't know if hail comes with a hurricane, but let's say the hurricane came and hail damaged all your roof, your gutters, it removed some of the shingles, some of the ceiling got spots in it, and then, but there was a flood that came up, let's say 2 feet high, and so there's a lot of things that you have to do in something like that. And I'm just playing it by ear, okay? So let's get down to it. And okay, so this is what I'm going to try to accomplish. And if we can do it in 20 minutes, this is going to be great, at least to write the estimate. Look, so I need to create the estimate for the interior. I need to create the estimate for the roof, the exterior, both the dwelling and the other structure. So here we go. So we're going to start with the interior. So, we're mainly going to use my batches that I have created. And then, but in addition to using those batches, I'm going to show you some tricks, okay? For instance, uh, so we're going to start with the bottom, which is going to be the baseboards, okay? Well, actually, we will start with the flooring, then we're going to go to the baseboards, then we're going to go to the ceiling, then we're going to go to the uh, walls, ceiling, then we'll go to the roof, and then we'll do the exterior. And if you look at right here where my mouse is, you see I have dwelling, then I got roof, then I got exterior, then I have shed, the shed, the roof of the shed, and the shed exterior. You want to organize, make it consistent, keep all your property stuff in the same order as you're going to use your other structures. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing, let's say that the floods damage all the floors. Now, you're not going to have carpet on all your floors, but you will have it. So basically in your bedrooms, and I don't have it on my house, but we're going to pretend. So, and then we're going to put tile throughout the whole house, other than those rooms that we discussed. So, the fastest way to do this is, look. So we're gonna clean the grout. Okay, so I have some batches here, and so we're gonna go to floor covering. So you see, I'm going to floor covering. You see where I have my towel. Let me see, floor covering, pad shampoo, towel. We're gonna clean. We're only gonna clean it. Okay. So watch. I am going to drag it to my first one. And remember, the only ones that are not going to get this is the bedroom, the master, and the computer room. Those would have carpet. Okay, so we're going to clean the carpets. Excuse me, clean the floors, but we are going to replace all the carpets. So what I'm going to do is I have this this little thing here that you see this thing right here. It's just the same drawing that you're seeing there. So I'm going to use this as I'm putting items here. I want to be checking it off here. Okay, so let me get me a marker and two different kind of markers. That way I don't get this thing messed up. Okay, first we're going to do the towel. So I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to drag to the first one. Okay, so now you see this right here? I'm going to collapse that so I can have a lot of canvas room. Okay, so first I'm going to do the I'm going to start on this corner, because you see I'm not going to use this one or this one, so I'm going to start right here and go down. And remember, we're going to do everything that's tile. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to click, drag to my first item, which is my bathroom. I'm going to release. I'm going to apply to multiple items. Okay, so you got to be organized. So now, so I'm going to put a little check mark with a pink telling me that I've already done that. Now the next one I'm going to do. Let me see. What that's my here. I need to turn this thing over. Okay, so I've done the bath. Okay, so then we're not doing that one, but we're going to do the whole hall. And it's better to click where you see where the word hall is. That's where you want to click on it, right? So watch. See, I selected the hall. Okay, so I did that one. Now I got my dining room. Click there. Dining room. Okay, so then I've already done my hall. Then I got my kitchen. Okay, I got my living room. Okay. Of course, we're not going to do the garage. So, so you see, I've already taken care of this area right here. So I can enlarge and then just start working my way back. Okay, so what's this? The kitchen? Kitchen I've already done. And that's why I couldn't remember. And you can't see that it's done, but I got a piece of paper telling me, that I need to get it done. My pantry needs it. So check off on the pantry. I got, now the master bath is going to have it because it, you know, they would have tile, it wouldn't have carpet, right? So they go master bath. Now, then I'm going to do the little closet. Okay, so let me look here. So my computer bath, got that, got that, got that, got that. Oh, we forgot the nook. Okay, so let's go down to the nook. Well, we're calling it a dining room. So let's click dining room. Okay, that takes care of the uh, floor. Now we need the carpet. So, but the carpet we're going to replace. Okay, so now you see this little button here? This will deselect your low, the low part of the tool. Okay, so now we're going to go to carpets or floor covering carpet. So FCC. And this, we're going to say this is carpet and pad. Okay, same thing. Okay, now these are for the bedrooms. Okay, so now I'm going to use a different tool, a different marker. I'm going to use a black one. I'm using this for something else. Okay, so black little marker. I wish I had another color there. Okay, so let's go to carpet. So it's the bedroom, the master bedroom, and the computer room. So I'm going to click, and then okay, before I you see this group? You see group 2? So I've already told the machine, group my bedroom and my closet. Group my master bedroom and my closet. But the closet has tile, right? It doesn't have carpet because it came from the bathroom into here. I'm going to show you how I can click here and it's going to select this one and this one. I'm going to click only here and not select this one. And I'm going to click here and it'll select my closet and my computer room. So, and the way I'm going to do it is by either clicking on the group or selecting just the name. Here we go. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag to this group here. I'm going to tell it apply to multiple rooms right here. Then here I'm going to click master because I don't want the closet. So I'm going to click here. And here I want the closet and the computer room and the closet. So I'll click here. Well, it's not going to let me because, okay, so if you, sometimes you have to do it individually because for some reason when you switch back and forth, it kind of messes up a little bit. But anyway, that selected everything. Okay, so now we've done the floors, right? Now let's replace all the baseboards. Let's replace them and let's see, replace them and we'll paint them. Okay, we're gonna detach, reset, and paint. Okay, so this is it's a FENC for finishing trims and molds, right? So my tiles are 2 1/4. We're going to say it's between 3 and 6. Okay, so now check this out. I can do this all at one time. I don't have to go in there and click every single one. If you notice here, let me hit Control A. Okay, so let's go back to this. Oh no. Oh, it's it's because I had this one little line selected here. I'm trying to put everything in view for you. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna do the trim. Okay, that's what they call it in they call it molding. Okay, so um, now watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click right outside of this canvas, and you're gonna see everywhere it's selected. Watch. You see, that's where it places baseboards. And if there's a door, the door's already removed, so it got all the linear feet minus the doors. Okay, so now let's go ahead and paint those baseboards. So now we go to paint. Okay, and remember, these are some my command, not commands, batches that I've created. So you want to create your own batches. So we're going to paint, prime, and paint. Uh, so we'll go to baseboards. Okay. So the smallest one I have right now is uh, 6 inch and over. I couldn't find. Oh, here we go. We'll use this one here. Okay, no, that's for casting. Sorry, we're going to use this one right here, and that's just so we can get this thing done real quick. So I'm going to click here. Okay, so click, release. Okay, why is it not? Oh, there's nothing there. Duh. Okay. See, if you don't see this thing making a sound like click and it's not selecting everything, then you know something didn't go right. So this is the one I really need right here. Actually, here it is right here. Baseboard 6 inch or under. Here we go. So now that one will work. That's the right one. So I'm just going to click right here on the canvas. It's going to select everything. So now we've done the baseboards. We've done the trim, and this is throughout the whole house. Okay, how many minutes have I been trying to keep up with my time? Oh, I only got 5 minutes. Okay, so let's see if I can do this in 5 minutes. So now the next thing is your, let's say that 2 feet of the wall got damaged. We're gonna remove and replace the the sheetrock or drywall. So and later on in a different video, I'm going to show you how. Let's say that the inside adjuster said, "Hey, dude, no, you can't pay to get it removed. Somebody else removed it. I'm going to show you how to remove it quick." So let's go. So now we're going to go to ceiling. So it's DRY. So you go to your DRYs, and you see how it's easy for me to find. You see how I've separated my batches with this little thing. So drywall. And we're talking about the walls, right? Now check this out. Okay, so if I was going to do the whole wall, all I had to have to do is drag this thing, and it would do every wall. Every wall. We are going to do every wall, but we only want 2 feet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first one, bedroom, right? Now, you see while this is selected right here, I'm going to click and I'm going to tell it, you see this add to cart? I'm going to click there, right? Here, I am going to delete that because I don't want to do this twice. Okay, so I deleted that. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I am going to go to my cart right here. This is a 2-step process, but it saves you countless of calculations. Okay, so this is the last step I have to do. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here. I'm going to go back to the same room. I already deleted it, right? I'm going to click here, right? But check this out. I'm going to click. I'm going to edit details. Okay. Now you see right here on the quantity, I'm going to multiply it times 0.25 because it's an 8-foot ceiling. So 2 inches is a quarter of the wall. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for the that was to remove. Now we're going to replace it times 0.25. So we're only doing the first part of it. Okay, so I'm going to apply, right? Now, while it's select, okay, so now I got to find it down here. So first of all, I'm going to click here, remove it out of my cart. Remember we talked that we were going to use the cart. Now, you see this drywall and this drywall here? Those two have those calculations removed out of it. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to my add to cart. Okay. Here, I'm going to delete it from down here to the bottom. It's already selected, so I'm going to hit my key. Okay, now, so if you look at all of this right here, you won't see that calculation anywhere, that drywall. Okay, so now check this out. I'm going to grab this too. Put in my temporary because it has a calculation of only a quarter. So when I click and put it right here in the canvas, it's going to select every room, but with those calculations. Okay, and to prove it, okay, look to the left. Okay, so these are all the room, wall, ceiling, perimeter calculations of all the rooms in this canvas. Now, if I click here, it's only going to give me the properties of that room. So to show you that this thing works, and we put it here, so let's forget about this one. Let's go to the master bedroom, because that's not the one that I initially did the calculations. So on your master bedroom, you see, yeah, I'll pick walls. Okay, so you see in your walls, well, that's my time's over, but it's just, we're just gonna have to take longer. Okay, because there's a few more things I need to explain. Okay, so so I've done my master bedroom. Okay, so you see right here on walls, which would be right here, it would be the walls dash SUBE, so subtracting the windows. Okay, so now check this out. So it's 385, right? That's if we did all the walls. Okay, so if you go right here to your drywall, so if I get that 385, here, let's get my calculator. Oh, yeah. So if we get in here and we go 385 divided by, or we actually let's go 385 times 0.25, which is a quarter of the wall. It would be 96.25. Now look, drywall 91.56. Those calculations are the algorithm is different because of the way the rooms are calculated. So that tells me that worked. Okay, and then so and then you see right here 102 point. So that's to remove. Here, let me move this out of the way. Okay, so that's to remove 91.25, and this 102.81. That's with a 6% waste. So those calculations work good. Okay, now we've done the baseboards, done the walls. Now we got to do the ceiling, right? So the ceiling, well, so another thing we have to do is we got to go in and so we took it out. Now we got to replace it, and we got to Well, this already replaced it. Now we got to texture it. We got to paint it. We have to, and then paint the whole walls for consistency, right? So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to delete my part. So I'm going to go back to my my batches. So I'm going to texture. So it's going to be DRY, and I'm going to put my house is knocked down, right? So I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier. Okay, so this time we're going to do this faster. Okay, so watch. I'm just showing you a bunch of ways of doing things. Okay, so this time, oops, I am going. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here. I'm going to move it down here. I'm going to edit details. Okay, come on. And then right here, I'm going to do the same thing. Times 0.25 times 0.25. Oops, 0.25. Hit OK. Okay, so I'm going to click here, right click, and then I'm click, left click, hold my shift key, right click. I'm going to add that to my cart. Okay, so, and I'm going to delete that because I'm going to redo the whole thing. Okay, now that's for my knockout. Now I'm going to prime it, and then I'm going to paint it. But the painting, we're going to do the whole thing. So let's prime that area that we removed. So I'll go back to my item batches. So we're going to go paint, PNT, okay? Okay, RST, oops. Oh, P goes before PNT. Okay, so we are going to, on the walls, we're going to seal and prime. Because that's what you do when you replace the drywall. But we're only going to prime the area, the same area. So we're going to use the same calculations. Now watch. So same thing. Click here, drag it here, edit details. I'm going to multiply it times 0.25, apply. So, so we're going to go to paint, prime and paint right here. I'm going to add that to my cart. Okay, and then the last thing is we're going to, and I'm going to delete it out of there. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to paint all the walls one coat. Okay, so here I can just grab that right there, but I'm going to double click, go right in here to the first one, right click, edit to my cart. Okay, now I'm going to delete that. Okay, so now look at my cart. There's all the stuff we just did, right? Now all I got to do is select everything, grab it, take it to the canvas, and get every room with those calculations. Okay, so we're not going to do nothing to the ceiling. So now, so I can delete this. Okay, so okay, so now we got to do the same thing to the detached garage, right? And let's say that detached garage has everything that my, so it would be the same as my garage because it doesn't have carpet and we didn't have carpet. It still has sheetrock and all that other stuff. So what I can do is I can click here, go to the first one, go all the way to the last one, right? I'm going to right click, I'm going to add to cart. Now I'll go to my oh, shed. I should have put roof plan, but I know that's what that is. So now that I have everything in my cart, because this is just a temporary holding thing, I select the first one, go to the last one, and just click right in the middle, in the inside, and that took care of that. Okay, now, so let's go to my, we're going to go to the roof now. Okay. And we're just going to add a few things because you get the idea. But you can do a large loss in a, I'm having to explain to y'all. If I didn't have to explain, man, I could do this large loss in less than an hour. I'm talking large losses. 60, 70, $80,000 claim. Okay, so we're here in our dwelling roof. Okay, so I got my batches. Okay, so I'm going to go to RFG. Okay, cube RFG. Let's pretend that we're going to, I'm going to hold my, well, no, we're not going to, no, I'm not going to do, there's a lot of ways of doing this. But look, so I'm doing 30-year shingles. Okay, click here. I'm putting drip edge. Let me see, I don't need flashing. Let's say I have some pipe jacks. I'm going to click, hold, edit detail. And let's say I have pipe jacks. Let's say I have, actually here, I've got 4 pipe jacks. Okay, so you see how that selected one of them? Because I clicked here, right? Now, if I click on this particular icon right here, if I hit 4, it's going to do both of them. On the next one, I'll do it so you can see. Okay, so because a while ago, it just selected one of them because where I selected. So additional charge, mine's a one-story house. I do have power, the big power vents, right? But let's say we were only going to replace the cover, and I got 4 of those. So I'm going to click, edit detail. This time, instead of selecting one of the, instead of detach and reset or remove and replace, I'm going to click on quantity. I'm going to go to 4, hit tab, and it automatically put everything. So I'm going to apply. Okay, so a few more things just so that so let me see, cat vent, turtle vents, valley metal. Okay, so I'm going to click on valley metal, click here, it's the whole valley metal. You see, selected that, and that. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we got the other roof. Okay, so let's make sure my cart is because remember, this is what we used earlier. Now what I'm going to do is go in here and I'm going to select this, and I'm going to show you something, and then I want to explain how it's going to work. Okay, so first of all, if I select it, on that other place, we're going to do the tear out, the replacement. It's going to have drip edge. It's not going to have valley metal because I know, by the way, and it's not going to have vents and covers. So that's all it's going to have. It's just a roof. One thing we haven't put on none of this is the felt. So we can add that later. Okay, so I'm going to right click. I'm going to add that to my cart. Now I'm going to go to my select, go to my shed roof, okay, and I'm going to start here, select everything, and just grab it right here. That inserted everything. Now the only thing we got to do, now I'm going to go to my cart, and I like to delete that cart. This is just a temporary holding place, okay? So I'll always like to clear it after I do something. Now one thing we forgot was our felt, right? So let's go back to RFG, and let's go to the F's. F felt. Oops, I just hit it right there. So that says 15 pound felt, right? Look, I'm gonna put it on my detached garage. While I have that selected, I'm gonna go to my dwelling roof plan, and when I click here, see, it's still selected, right? Oops. So come on, and bam, there you go. Now the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add siding, and we're just gonna put siding on everything. Let's say, and that's just to show you different things. Okay, that's not how it would normally work, because it probably would be an elevation or 2 elevation at the most. But to make this thing fast, now we're going to go into our elevations. So let's go to dwelling elevation. Okay, so we are going to go to my batches, and so siding is SDG for siding, and there it is. You see siding? See how fast I went to it? And it's just going to be aluminum, and I'm just going to add one side of it. Okay, so I'm going to click here, and so while that's selected, I'll go into my shed exterior and grab this. Now that did everything. Okay, so now what I want to do is, there's 2 ways to get to your estimate. Okay, now you need to watch the next video, because there's a lot of cool tricks. This is nothing compared to that other one. And remember, I've already showed you what I'm doing. If you would have watched all my other videos, you would see why this batch is so important. Unfortunately, we use some of the cart, but we didn't use this the browse category or the find category. But I've already taught you how to use that if you watch my other videos. It's all the same thing. Okay, so now 2 ways to looking at your video, your estimate. You know, now remember when I collapse this, when I click here, then you can see the Claim Explorer. Now, if I click on this little, looks like a thumbtack, if I click there, now every time I click here, it doesn't collapse it anymore. It takes it back. Okay, so you see right here where it says estimate, you see that black one, that dark bold estimate? That's always the active estimate. You can have more than one estimate. You could have somebody that did that dry out, that did something before you, and it would be inactive, and it would be like this. You know, it was not bold. It's just regular text. So I can click here and go to my estimate, or this does the same thing, what I'm about to show you. You see this right here that says structure, Hector? That's always sitting back here. So if you click here, boom, there's your estimate. Okay, watch my next video, because I'm going to show you some cool tricks, man. You're not, so far, I don't see any of the tricks you're going to see in other videos, and even the Symbility videos. All of this that I've learned is, now I've learned some stuff from that Symbility. That lady, excellent, man. I learned a lot from her, but there's a lot of stuff that she hasn't gone into and I'm about to show y'all, and it's some cool stuff, man. Check my next video. You'll love it.